So much has been taken from us this year, and at times it's been outright unbearable. My team has endured numerous challenges both in the vineyard and in the winery. This is their story.
The season has been really a lot of challenges for us, especially here in my department. Is the lack of water, and then also the COVID-19 that we had, and then also the fires. It's a big challenge for everybody. It was sad from the beginning, seeing all the work that we do, thinking they might get burned or it's going to go to waste or something. But I think that affects on the way that the farming way to do it, we change a little bit. It's teamwork. In my department, we harvest and we baby this vine. This is our babies here, not just mine, but the whole crew, my department. Because see, this is what the good wine starts, right here in the vineyard.
Gosh, so with Sattui now, this is my fifth harvest here, and we always say that no harvest is the same, but this is always above and beyond. It seems like every year it just gets crazier and crazier. We didn't have any fruit coming across our crush pad for a good 4 days there, which feels really weird in the middle of harvest. Harvest is normally the busiest time for us, and we're working crazy hours every single day. And to put a hold on it for 4 days, it feels very odd. So now it feels really good to get things going again, get back out there in the fields and bring in some more fruit.
Dealing with our growers and trying to assess the character and quality of their grapes and making picking decisions, that's been probably the biggest challenge for me. Once the grapes are here at the winery, we've already made those decisions. But there's a lot of heartbreaking stories, so that for me personally has been really difficult. But we have developed these relationships with not only our great staff, but grape growers going back for 30 plus years. We've been buying these grapes from outside growers like Preston and Morsoli. We've had some difficult conversations trying to deal with evaluating the quality of the grapes and what we're going to do, what's best for them, what's best for us. We try to make it a win-win as much as possible because we have these fabulous business relationships. So that really speaks to the dedication and the passion that we have as a team, and we're definitely committed to doing the right thing at the right time.
As soon as I get this to the winery, then the production comes in. If I give them really good grapes, they're going to make good wines. But then also we depend on the sales and at the winery. So there's 3 different teams that we work together as a family. I bring the grapes, they make good wine, and then they need to sell it.
It started off with my great-great-grandfather Vittorio, who came to the United States with almost nothing and maybe not even a dream at that time, but started a successful wine business. I'm now the 5th generation, and my sons who also work here are now 6th generation, and we plan to keep this going as long as we have great people behind us, supporting us, customers, employees, and continuing a great tradition. So it's been a very different year this year. It's been scary, obviously with the fires and evacuees and trying to run a business, but also take care of the community in the same time. It's a tricky balance. Also, you have to take care of the employees who are also trying to make their ends meet. COVID has also definitely taken some of the people away from the area, but everybody's doing their best to try and be as safe as possible, but also continue to take care of the community. A bottle of wine just doesn't become an amazing bottle of wine without starting with the vineyard. So with David Behar, who is our vineyard manager, they prune all year long, they maintain the vineyards. So you have to have quality fruit, and without quality fruit, you're not going to have quality wine. From that, it goes to our production team. And one of the things I did ask our winemaker when I first started was, what was his favorite wine? He told me he couldn't pick a favorite wine because he had to put love in every bottle that he made. So to choose one over another, he would give less to the other bottles. So his answer was, I love them all equally, and I will put as much work and effort into every single bottle we produce.
Given the circumstances of this season, we were all worried that we were going to lose much of our 2020 crop. But in the end, we received some terrific news that our famous Mount Veeder Cabernet was spared from the fires and from the smoke.
With all the smoke damage, COVID, and just being a hard year for employees, the winery, the community, we were able to, and luckily in good time, we were able to save one of our vineyards, our most top tier cab. David's team got out when they needed to, got it all picked, and then got it to the production team so Brooks can take his magic and make another great wine. And without the teamwork of all three of them, again, the vineyard, the production, and the wine sales to get the wine out to the public, it's an extremely hard thing in this day and age with the fires, the smoke, COVID, but we all work together to get a good product to our customers every year, and this one is going to be an especially good year.
We have some really exciting news. Our famous Mount Veeder Cabernet Sauvignon, we brought it in last week, and it was unaffected by the fires. We tasted some of the Sauvignon Blancs and some of the Rosés yesterday, starting with some trial blends. These wines were picked a little bit earlier because of the dry conditions we had in the spring, so we had advanced maturity in the vineyards, which fortunately was good for us because we were able to get a lot of these grapes off prior to any fires. And so I think we have a lot of challenges, but a lot of resiliency. We're all working together as a team, and we want to make the best of this difficult year.
When I first came here to Sattui, there's something special about the winery here, and something that is unique to us is that we are always innovative. We're always thinking of what's the next thing that we can push ourselves to become more current with what's going on in the marketplace, and so I think that spirit kind of holds us all together and keeps us going, and that you can throw whatever you want at us, and we're still going to make some really exceptional, best wines we can possibly make out there.
Overcoming everything that's happened in the last year with the smoke, the fires, we've had those before, but also throwing COVID on top. It's been difficult for employees, customers, everybody, but as a community, I think Napa Valley is doing very well to come together, work together. It's definitely brought our team closer together.
This is nature. We can't change things. You can't predict it's going to be hot or cold tomorrow. But we have to change with nature. Napa Valley is my home. I'll be here. It doesn't matter how many or how I change, I'll be here. And for Sattui, it has been my home for 27 years. I'll be here. To me, nothing's going to change. These fires that we had, COVID-19, it's just a stepstone that we have in our lives. I'll be here babying these vines, and that's it. Be sure that it's not going to catch on fire. Be sure that the weather's going to be okay. Be sure that I got the right products to put in, nutrient-wise, and water. But overall, nothing changed. The weather changed. Our lives continue going. Napa Valley is great. I won't change that for anything.
Nevertheless, for all that we have endured, and that list is long, we have survived. We are all so thankful for our blessings here at Sattui Winery, and we're so committed to making the best wines possible, whatever challenges are thrown our way.